Hey everyone, it's Ivan, KitBadger.com, here to bring you another gear review. And today we're talking about a couple things to enhance the versatility further of our Liberty Mystic suppressor. Those being the Sovereign to Mystic adapter, as well as the LS1 muzzle device by Liberty Suppressors. If you aren't familiar with the Liberty Mystic suppressor, this being the Legacy and now the Mystic X, basically it's a multi-caliber suppressor by Liberty Suppressors. A lot of different weapons it can be hosted on, from your 22 rimfire all the way up to 300 WinMag, depending on if you have their newest version. That being said, there's also a lot of different ways you can adapt this to your host weapon, whether it's a fixed barrel adapter or actually a booster if you want to run this on a 9mm pistol. And they also have this guy, which is the Sovereign to Mystic adapter. What it does is it screws into the back here, and in doing so, it basically has the correct inner geometry to go ahead and match up to the Sovereign adapters, which in this case, the LS1 muzzle device. The LS1 muzzle brake is a 30 caliber brake. With that, 5/8 by 24 thread pitch. Down here, recessed in this Geisley rail, there's flats, so you can get a wrench on it, get this guy torqued onto your barrel. And then as you can see, the porting goes all the way around, helping with recoil, but in addition, because it's all the way around, you don't have to time it. That's nice. As you come down this way, you can see there's a taper, and then behind the taper is the threads. This is important because when you thread the suppressor on there, in this case Liberty Mystic, it's going to go ahead and line up with that taper, and then the threads are actually protected from the carbon getting pushed back, so this won't end up getting stuck on there. Of course, being a brake, it compensates, so let's see how this guy does. Overall, it does a pretty good job with respect to recoil mitigation. Of course, big picture, what are we looking for? Easy ability to go ahead and take our Liberty suppressor, and with that Sovereign to Mystic adapter, go ahead and screw this guy straight onto that muzzle brake. And once we have our suppressor on here, we can of course go ahead and shoot suppressed. Pretty awesome. The real benefit for me with this LS1 muzzle brake and adapter is how it lends even more flexibility to the Liberty Mystic suppressor. Tons of different calibers you can shoot this through. And what it allows for me is to go ahead and have a host weapon like this that I can shoot without the suppressor. And rather than just having a thread protector on here, because I don't happen to have the suppressor on there, I actually have a functional muzzle brake. Then if I want to shoot it suppressed, I can throw this guy on and thread it straight on there. So ultimately, I get the flexibility of using whatever the host weapon is without a suppressor with the benefits of a muzzle brake. Ultimately though, there's no free lunch. We're going to pay for it in a couple different ways. This adapter is going to add just under an inch to the overall length of our suppressor and about 3 ounces. We additionally have the weight of our muzzle brake too. Cost-wise, for your Sovereign to Mystic adapter, about $75, whereas the muzzle brake, LS1, is going to run about $145. Kind of expensive for a muzzle brake, but again, it allows the flexibility of mounting to your suppressor with the added benefit of being able to use that host weapon with a brake rather than just having a thread protector on there should you not be running the suppressor on it at that time. You can find all of it through Liberty Suppressors, and yeah, if it's something that'll work, if you got a Liberty Mystic, just adds more flexibility to it. As always, thanks for joining us at KitBadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.